Yeah, Canada has become our number one ethanol market. Brazil used to be until they put those tariffs on us. So now we've moved to Canada, and they are really stepping up. And they're even looking at adding more of an inclusion rate in all their gasoline to get up to 15%. Different provinces up there. So it's really going to be a growing market for us.
A lot of people may not know that Japan has really taken an interest in ethanol.
Yeah, I was over in Japan in December with a group and talking to them, and we've had two more groups since I've been there, and they used to be at 0% UF ethanol, and they made ETBE with that, but they're bringing in Brazilian ethanol to make ETBE and then shipping it over there. So now we have actually, through efforts of U.S. Corn or Illinois Corn and U.S. Greens, sent a lot of people, Stefan Mueller from the University of Chicago, and they have changed their mind on the climate score of corn, carbon score of corn, and so now they can use up to 100% U.S. ethanol in their ETBE, and they're actually now even going to allow liquid ethanol in their fuel, which is huge.
That's right. A lot of people have certainly continued to watch the Mexican market. Mexico's been a 650 million bushel market a year, and Illinois gets a lot of that. But we're going to get dinged a little bit, at least in the non-GMO corn.
Yeah, and you look in the white corn is where they still have cannot be used in their tortillas. But that's the only market that they're really doing that. We're still open 100% on the yellow corn and any other white corn that's used in other things besides tortillas. But that's still what we're still fighting that as far as the USTR is still going after them on the USMCA. And Canada has come in on our side on that. So I think hopefully that will work out.
Except for the folks that may be raising white corn that's GMO content. Really, commercial corn is still going to go to Mexico, but that's still going to be the major part of what they buy. So do you think there's going to be any market impact that Mexico would have in this decision that they're making?
I don't think so. Only 5% of our corn that goes down there is white corn. 5% of the exports into that country, so it's still a lot. I mean, I'm not saying if you raise white corn, that's still a lot of and it'll impact your market a lot. But overall, as yellow corn and that, it's not affecting that at all. And hopefully, they can't find sources of white corn that's non-GMO either. And so I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how that works.
They'll have to work that out, but at least the fellow or lady who is raising corn, delivering it to the elevator that may end up going to Mexico, they really don't have a worry about it then.
No, I don't think so. In the yellow corn, it's not changing anything. And we discussed many times, if they want non-GMO white corn, why don't they come and make a specialty market, come up and say, hey, we need so many bushels, we're willing to pay you for that, and then that'd be perfectly fine. I think everybody would be in favor of that. In Africa, there's things going on. Africa's a long-term project. It's not going to turn overnight, but we're building those relationships right now down in Africa, Tunisia and Morocco and those type of places. We're teaching people how to raise chickens, how to use corn in raising chickens so they can feed their families, feed other families, and make a living. So that's, I think, a very important thing that we're doing down in that area. And that's, like I say, it's a long-term market, but that's what we're all about. The motto of Grains Council is developing markets, enabling trade, and improving lives. And this gets into that, developing markets and improving lives.
There's certainly a lot of corn demand that goes across Southeast Asia as well.
Yes, and even ethanol is, you look at some of the Indonesia and Philippines and kind of those type of things, that if we can get in those markets, we're getting a little crack in those markets right now. If we can get in those markets, there's a lot of fuel used in those markets. So that ethanol market in that area would be huge.